Married at First Sight, Season 11, Episode 13, y'all. This is a live watch and reaction. Go ahead, get your snacks, turn on your television, and come in here and watch with me, and let's discuss. This is The Fruitful Wife, aka Brittany, and I am your marriage cheerleader on this channel. You get marriage motivation, you get reviews on marriage TV shows, and you get to look at this beautiful face. So what I want you to do is, if you are not subscribed to this channel, go ahead and hit that button and turn on that bell for post notifications. We are about to watch it. The previews for this episode, honey, said that there was going to be a lot going on, you guys. So come on in, get situated, and let's watch. If you are watching the replay, then go ahead and fast forward about 2 minutes, because that is when the show is going to start. Hey, Zaya, good to see you. All right, guys, come on in, come on in. So I think I'm going to do something a little different than I usually do. Normally, I'm like chatting and laughing in the chat with you guys while the show is on, but I'm finding that it's hard for me to concentrate. So we're going to discuss during the commercials so I can watch while the show is on. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in the room. Do y'all know who Tabitha Brown is? Tabitha does lives and stuff. She's like a huge vegan influencer. And every time she does something, she'd be like, come on in the room. Hey, come on in the room. Now, remember, you guys, YouTube will not allow me to show you the actual TV show. They will not allow me to do that. You guys know that. If that was the case, then you guys would be able to watch the TV show all the time. But those of you who are ready to discuss, come on in, come on in, come on in. I got my dinner here, y'all. Hey, Gigi. All right, guys, the show is beginning. Make sure you hit that like button that looks like a thumbs up, please. Let me tell you something. Quarantine and all of this stuff because of the pandemic is enough to challenge any marriage. Any marriage. I can't imagine what type of challenge these newlywed couples face. And it seemed like Olivia and Brett were kind of getting it together in episode 12, but it looks like in the previews, that ain't the case. Y'all, Bennett was so excited when Amani I'm sorry, when Amelia said that she loved him too. Didn't his voice go up like 5 octaves? I thought the talk between Olivia and Brett with Pastor Kyle went really well. And I was actually very surprised to see all of that cuddling. But this episode, guys, are about them being quarantined. You know what? I was excited. I mean, not excited. Lord help me. I was very interested to see that Karen was emotional when Miles said that if this decision day was today, he would say no. I'm actually very shocked of how emotional she is because this whole time, hey G, hey JD, how you doing, JD? Hey mom. All right, day 32 of marriage, it's on. They're quarantined. Yep, that's what quarantine is. I know, right, Sophia? I know. Now, you know what? Is that for the first time in 11 seasons, Married at First Sight production has been shut down. Now, I wonder how this is going to affect Miles because you know that he suffers with depression. Lockdown has kicked in the state of Louisiana, and production is no longer allowed to be with them. Pastor Kyle said, "Is that through the reflection?" Hey, Yara. Hey, boo. I know. Hold on. Let me do that for you. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Amelia says she went for a walk and she came back home and just decided to cut her hair. She done chopped off all her hair. Bennett and Amelia is talking about expanding the family. Amelia's taking Bennett to see where she was, where her first home was, where her first crib was, she said. Amelia and Bennett now have the same haircut. Bennett and Amelia are having a great time in quarantine. They kissing and hugging and touching and such. Amelia's like scratching his nose and like digging around the rim of his nose for him. That's love. If somebody will dig in your nose for you, that's love. Amelia over here riding a unicycle in the house. Let me tell you, that is what quarantine will do to you. Bennett says his fear is the collapse of the American economy. They're doing a mask and cucumber facial, but it looks like mustard is on their face. Don't they look like mustard? Amelia's. Amelia announced that she's been matched, that she found out where her residency is. It's in Virginia. Wah, wah, wah. Now Amani is privately filming. I love you too. Hey, Jaden. Amani is privately filming Woody snoring in the bed. Love you too. Mom, it's Jada. What? Amani said she's finally ready to tell Woody she loved him. No! Oh my God. Honey, they dancing, they cuddling on the couch together. Wow. Wow. Amani finally told Woody she loved him. But then didn't they just get into it about a DM? Uh-uh. Uh-uh. Uh-oh. Woody and Amani just got into it. They were talking about social media, and then Amani wanted to see his phone and check his DMs. And Woody is like, honey, Now, I'm all about privacy, you guys. I understand. I understand. We're doing good, honey. We are doing good watching the show Married at First Sight. Have you ever seen that show before? Okay, look, this is my thing. This is my thing. Yes, I'm okay with privacy. I'm okay with privacy. You know what? I'm even okay. Well, let me not lie. I don't want to lie. Because I know my husband's password to my phone, to his phone. He should have burned it. Hey, Giovanni Diamond, it's so good to see you. Honey, you went deep on the review, the comment that you made on the review about Karen and Miles having past of being bullied and that reflecting in their relationship now, and how Karen is in some ways being very vicious towards Mal, and it's strategic. I mean, we read that thing and how you and your wife are praying for Miles because of, he suffers from depression. I said, my Lord, I had to chew on that thing. I had to chew on that thing. But here's my thing though. There shouldn't be any secrets in a marriage. Period. There ain't nothing that my husband can't look at, and vice versa. Vice versa. I should be able to go through every single thing my husband has. Not that I will. Not that I even will. I don't have a desire to go through my husband's things. Usually, women who have a desire to go through their husband's things either are not healed from past scars, or there is some inkling that something isn't right. I usually see them under those two categories. Either they are paranoid because they haven't healed from situations in the past, because we come into the world naturally trusting. We come into the world with some level of trust, and then the difficulties and the cares of this life teach us kind of how to withhold trust, right? So either the cares of life have caused you to be untrustworthy, and you were not fully healed from that, or because let me say this, you shouldn't be married if you have trust issues. We love you too. Let me tell you something. You shouldn't be married if you got trust issues. That says you need some more healing. That means, you need some prayer, you need some fasting, you need a good psychologist. I'm always here for a good therapist. But just to for me to just want to, just go through my husband's phone like that, that's not, I don't have a desire to, because I don't have trust issues and my husband hasn't given me a reason to do so. All right, it's back on, guys. Like I said before, I'm going to concentrate on watching and then I'll talk during the commercials. Christina know how to make gumbo. Henry is a recruiter for medical staff workers. So he said work has been very busy because they've needed more ICU workers. Wow. It looked like Henry and Christina are quarantining. Henry's 35th birthday was that day. And a friend delivered him some cake. Oh my goodness. Excuse me, y'all. Oh, that's good. Hey, nephew. Christina didn't do anything for Henry's birthday. And he said that's fine, but he just feels like Christina left in the middle of the night, didn't come back to the early morning. They checked her social media. Seems like she was out hanging with friends. Wow. Sophia, do you hear this? Everybody acting up. All right, Karen and Miles. Karen's out helping first responders. Miles is spending a whole lot of time on the couch. Oh, so Karen said her work has been turned upside down because of the pandemic, and Miles has been complaining the entire time about being bored. The couples on Married at First Sight are looking at their mates to fix their trust issues, but they need counseling instead before getting married. They should, period, our ex, come on through with the wisdom. Karen says because of what's going on at her job, she can't give Miles the attention that he wants, and it's making it even more tense between them two. Miles says he doesn't feel wanted by Karen. Everybody been saying that. Karen got her whole apartment in that book bag. She ain't full of it. Jesus. Woo! Oh, Olivia is a nurse practitioner. Hey, y'all notice they're in the same outfit from the 1 month anniversary? Brett's making a joke that there's no more meat in the store, so they've reverted to cannibalism. He is so silly. Olivia's at the hospital every day. Brett said when she gets home, they just hose her down with Lysol. I said, let me tell you, pandemic or change your mindset on some things. Brett has a pet peeve of Olivia being on her phone while they're watching a movie. See, these are things that Olivia says she's at the apartment by herself, cleaning the whole apartment, doing the laundry. Brett's at his own house. Ooh, Jesus. Really? You haven't found any Lysol yet? I have the spray, but it's not the Lysol brand. Woo! Brett packed up his stuff and went back to his house. Woo! We're only 30 minutes in. Not a Costco parking lot. You have to order online in the middle. Hey, Alicia! How you doing? Okay. Brett go with, honey, we only 30 minutes in and everybody done left one another. What is happening? The only couple surviving is Bennett and Amelia. Jesus, what happened? What happened? Honey, he done took the seasonings out the cabinet. He didn't just take the food out. Let me tell you, you know that somebody is mad and petty when they take the salt and the pepper out the cabinet. Brett said, Dr. Viviana told us to work towards intimacy and to begin going over to my house to see what stuff she can move in. And he said, it's been weeks and she has not done any of that. He said, I know she's been working at the hospital a lot, but she's been off this entire week and did not go to his house one time. He said, decision day was supposed to happen already, but the pandemic has shut production down. He said, I don't know how long this will be delayed for, but I can't put my life on hold waiting for it. And honey, he got his 4 duffel bags, he scooped up his kitty, and he got up out of there. Woohoo! VP! Yvette! Hey, Yvette! Okay, there's more to the story regarding Brett and Olivia. I mean, Hey, Brett he is petty. He took the seasoning. And look, VP Doll said it right. It said only way I made it was Xbox and gummies. Just got to remember to finish the honey-do list. But did y'all see Miles and see? I know that he's in a pandemic and he's quarantined and he needs to stay in the home. I get that. But being cooped up like that is not good for depression. And I wish he would have taken on some new interests other than the gaming to kind of keep him. But he said that even though Karen is busy, he just doesn't feel wanted. And that's not okay with him. Around the way, girl, next up. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Around the way, girl, next up. Come on in, come on in, come in. Round the way, girl, next up. It said, I guess he said she doesn't cook, so take everything. Period. Honey, I mean, did not leave. He didn't even leave the Chick-fil-A packets in the drawer. You hear me? Brett took the old sauce from the fast food restaurants. He packed that one duffel bag was filled. No, I'm sorry. 2 out of them 5 duffel bags was filled with food. He meant that. He meant that. Yvette laughing at VP Doll. I don't blame Brett at all. They shouldn't fine him. Honey. But you know what? Let me just look at it from another perspective. The nagging is too much, so Brett left. Right. I wonder why they wouldn't visit the other couples who are quarantined. You know what? But honestly, we weren't doing that either. Like, GM, I know for me, I got neighbors. I didn't want to see them when the pandemic broke out. I didn't know. What y'all doing? Say yes. All right, it's back on, you guys. I got my lemonade, y'all. The couples are 10 weeks into their marriages and not sure when decision day will be. All right, so every couple individually is sitting down in front of an expert. I'm shocked that Amani told Woody that she loves him, and then right after they fight about the DMs. Olivia said no growth since production got put on hold, no communication. Wow. Hey, Jackie. Jackie, I'm going to update you on the commercial. Right. Basically, Olivia's saying that there's no communication with them. She asked Brett, could they not watch the news together because she has to live COVID every day? And Brett didn't want to do that. She went to visit her mother. Brett was upset about that. Olivia is saying that Brett blames every single person, but he never takes any responsibility. Oh, woo! Brett said he don't understand what's the point of us keeping working on it when they both want fundamentally different things in life. And Olivia's crying and said, well, you just don't move out and say, I told you when you didn't. Honey! Woo! Lemonade. Olivia says they're at the point where there's no getting over the hump. Dr. Pepper is asking, is she giving up on the marriage completely? Olivia said, I don't know. I don't know. Brett has given up, honey. Brett will speak for the both of them. This COVID editing is horrible. Like, you could tell that that's not really what Dr. Pepper was. You could tell that they weren't really talking, that she re-recorded it or something. All right, Brett is talking to Pastor Kyle now. Oh, now Brett's fibbing. Brett said that his cat was getting scratched up, so him and the cat moved back home. But he's saying he didn't leave because he was giving up on the marriage. He said he left because the cat was getting scratched up. Now Brett fibbing. This is what Olivia was saying. Come on, Brett. Come on. Come on. Woo! Brett said he's compromising on everything and there's no compromise on the other side. Brett said they friend zoned each other. Pastor Cal is asking, is there a conceivable situation where he would say yes on decision day? Brett's taking a long time to answer. He says he's committed. He's committed to saying they are not the best options for each other. Woo! Woo! Pastor Cal don't want Brett to give up until they have exhausted every possible option. Brett said he's done. Hey, my sisters are in the building. Olivia and Brett, they're about to talk. Woo! Woo! Brett said he's 100% about how he feels, and that's all that matters. They're discussing their calls with Dr. Pepper and Pastor Cal. Brett said he wants to have kids within a year or two. It said Olivia doesn't want to. Woo! 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 Olivia said, is there anything that they could do to take this marriage in the other direction, meaning in a positive direction? And Brett said, no, thank you. What? Honey, he was like, look, boo, I don't care nothing about these cameras. I don't care nothing about this $25,000 fine, which now that I'm thinking about it, he probably won't get fined, you guys, because he stayed till week 10. Remember, this is happening on week 10. The contractual agreement that he signed was for 8 weeks. He completed his 8 weeks. That's all he had to do. So Jackie, the people who participate in this, they receive $50,000 for being on the show. If they don't walk down the aisle, they owe production 50 grand. If they don't recommit on commitment day, which is at the 4-mark period, they have to repay $25,000 of that money back. If they make it to the end of the show, whether they say yes or no, they have their money, the $50,000. Yes. Honey, Brett said, no thanks. Honey, but why he do her like that? He didn't have to say no thanks. Guh, and Giovanni. Come on, okay, I gotta go back up. Oh gosh. Okay, hold on. Let me scroll up. Okay. I wonder why they couldn't visit the other couples who were, we said not supposed to visit people or family. Hey, Jackie. Yay, Jackie! I wonder how they're filming in Atlanta right now. I'm telling you, it's foolishness. You know, it's about the almighty dollar. Olivia didn't try to learn Brett better. No, she didn't. That's 2 persons already left the marital home. It's just the tip of the iceberg. They ain't seen nothing yet if they play on set. Come on. Let me tell you, newlywed stage is the best stage. Well, no, it's not. But it's easier than the other 4 years. Lockdown will really show that. Yeah, it will. Gotcha. Yes. Olivia doesn't listen well. No, she doesn't. There will be much more challenges ahead, and they leaving for stuff like talk. Right, Yvette? Honey? Especially Brett was talking about he was upset because Olivia was on her phone while they were watching movies. Like, that's your pet peeve. Like, that's enough to leave some. Look, let me tell you, I haven't been married too long for stuff like that to bother me. Hey, sister. Olivia doesn't listen well. She sees things her way. Those old DMs when he was single. Honey, Amani is just, I don't know why they do that. You know, it's a really insecure woman who wants to go through DMs of someone's past. Now, I could understand if you see something recent, then okay, it's time to clap back. Hey, she living, my sister. Brett always has issues. Yes, he does. He needs counseling. And his family didn't do him any justice raising him. Angie speaking to she living. Now Olivia talking to the walls. Low, you never miss the water till the well. Hey. I don't understand how Olivia thought that they were going to make it after she wouldn't be intimate with him. And intimate, I mean like show affection, not intercourse. You know, you said that you were willing to go to his place and see if you could make it work. You never held that in. Like, how did you think? She living speaking to everybody. Yvette, how Brett left, but in the house talking to the pastor. He left, but is back for the show. Honey. Now I see why Olivia is annoyed. Brett said he done. You ain't got to be annoyed no more. All right, Karen and Miles. Thank you. Love you, sister. Love you. Love you, she living. Sister. Whew. Come on, Yvette. Karen says they try and do small, sweet things for each other. It shows Miles making breakfast for her. Oh, he's making her breakfast. He's making lunch for her to take to work. Runs a bath for her when she gets home. Woo! Dr. Pepper said it's all about your needs. Dr. Pepper said you told him he had feminine traits. Karen said I need to fill him out. Karen said I don't need Miles to be my girlfriend. Karen said there have been times Miles has called her sis. Whew. Whew. I don't think that it's feminine for a man to say sis. I think he wasn't being serious. I think he was being playful. Karen says Miles has some level of resentment towards her. Miles said he don't feel like she was trying. You ain't. Miles said if decision day was today, his answer would be no because he doesn't feel like she's putting forth effort. You're not. I mean, okay, she's cooking for him. She's cooking for him. Okay. She's cooking for him. What else? What else? Let me see. How does Karen show love to Miles? Let me count the ways. She gave him a body massage at a yoga studio. She cooks meals for him in the midnight hour when he's hungry. Giovanni is going off on Karen. He said, rip her a new one, Dr. Pepper. Okay. Brett is back home like he hungry and he thinks Olivia restocked it. Sophia, you are hilarious. Brett checked out as soon as he found out she made more money than him. All facts, Latasha. Honey, she was like, I'm done. And then she thought he was going to be her little lackey. She was like, okay, well, maybe he make less than me, but maybe I can make him my little lackey. Maybe I can turn him into my international bellboy, and he can follow me as I travel around the world and hold my bags for me. Brett was like, nah, bruh. Said, what? Wow. We said, what? Oh, good. He was honest. Yes, he was honest. I think he moved on to the lady he dated right before the wedding, honey. I wouldn't be shocked. Instead of this show being called Married at First Sight, they need to call Counseling at First Sight. Jesus at first sight, at first sight, roommate at first sight. Giovanni. Yes, there's a fine, honey. There is a fine. And not necessarily a fine, that's what I call it, but they do have to pay that money back if they don't fully participate in the documentation. Yes, 50K. Said Brett was so definitive. They've been together 14 weeks. I think you know at 14 weeks, though. You know whether you want to spend the rest of your life with somebody at 14 weeks. Either you're kidding yourself because you're hoping things will just change, or you're just like, you know what I'm saying? I just said that. So, yeah, Jackie, Brett left early. Yeah, he decided to leave. Uh-huh. Yes, he gone. Who else left besides Brett? Nobody yet, Jackie. Yes, good night. Love you. Olivia wouldn't budge on anything. She wouldn't. She wanted everything her way. Did Brett take the cat food too? Period. That's hilarious. It's Latasha wondered that too, Alicia. Besides Brett, Henry's wife stayed out to 3 a.m. 3 a.m. Ain't no way. And then on his birthday, didn't do nothing. And then had the nerve to look like what's going on with a friend delivered him a piece of cake. Like, are you kidding me? She knows she would flip out. She over here crying because her grandfather was the only one who gave her some flowers. And you don't think she would be upset if he didn't do nothing for her birthday? What is she doing for him? Right. Is he the wife? Let's count the ways. Rip her a new one, Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper is eating her up. And that's on period. Dr. Pepper said, you're missing out on a really great guy. But guess what? I also feel like you can't make yourself like no one either. Either you like them or you don't. You can't make yourself like anyone. All right, show's back on. Dr. Pepper was in it. Giovanni is hilarious. All right, Pastor Cal talking to Miles. Me too, Alicia. Look at Miles. Miles is so hairy. You could tell he in quarantine. Miles says he's so caring. I don't feel cared about. I don't feel like you want to be here with me. Oh, ooh. He says, when you see me, do you want to give me a hug? Do you want to give me a kiss? Do you cuddle with me on the couch? He's saying that intimacy is the hardest thing for her to do. She doesn't want to do any of those things. He said there's no intercourse, there's no hand holding. Karen doesn't kiss Miles unless he initiates it. Woo! She said, if I'm not melting and falling apart in your arms, you shut down on me, and that's not fair. He said, no, that's not fair. He was like, I don't feel like I'm in a relationship. He said he don't want. Miles is serving it. Do you hear me? Hey, V! Hey, Anisha! Come on. Pastor Cal says, if Miles has to come out of his patience box for her, then she needs to come out of her emotional box for him. Pastor Cal is asking Miles, is he committed? Miles is thinking long and hard. Miles said he don't know. They're talking about their talks with the experts. Karen doesn't respect him. He's asking her. He's asking her capacity to give him what he needs. Oh my gosh. Karen is like, you need more physical touch. It's something as simple as putting my hand on your shoulder. If you think putting your hand on his shoulder is going to sustain a marriage, my God. Miles says, I want to grow and feel like we're progressing. What just happened? What just happened? Miles, both of them. Both of them are just lying out of the skin of their teeth. Woo! Woohoo! Let me tell you something. Let me just, honey. Let me just. Whew. What y'all saying up in here? What y'all saying up in these comments? It says she needs to also get a spinoff called Karen's World, where she can be director, executive producer, score the music, master the vocals, edit the TV show, and hold the camera all while crying. I cannot, Giovanni. Giovanni is over it. Do you hear me? Miles has been needing a conversation with Pastor Cowles. And I mean, but here's my thing again. Yeah, you was real with Pastor Cal, but I ain't heard that same rawness with Karen. Everything you giving Karen, honey, is sprinkled with a nice pretty layer of sugar. How you doing, V? Welcome to Reality. She's glad they have an extra room. Right! I'm glad we have an extra room. Karen is sarcastic too. Karen, just be honest with that man. Stop saying it's about his masculinity and just say it. She was wrong for saying that about the extra room. She purposely makes him feel unpurposefully. Latasha? Miles has a different love language than Karen, which is fine. But them digs are intentional. Miles need a parachute at this point. That's why they should have been there a long time ago. Some of these issues could have been addressed before it got too far. Totally. Now the experts are coming in on week 10 and week 11. The show would have been over any other time. Any other time the show would have been over. Woo! Miles is ready for war. Honey, he over here cheesing like a banshee. Karen is full of sarcasm. Their relationship, hey Tina, has been one-sided from the beginning. How has that been fair to him? It hasn't. He said, no. Said Miles need to walk away. Yes, they about to talk finally. And then he copped out. Karen don't respect, period. Miles finally tired, but he still ain't saying it. Karen doesn't know what she wants, period. VP Doll 17, you are correct. They wanted drama, so they waited till the couples knit up, period. Speak up, Miles. Speak up, because you matter too in this relationship, period. A touch on the shoulder. Right, what is that? Right, she's so full of herself, a hand on the shoulder. If you think if that's going to sustain a marriage, nah, champ, they done officially. No, because now that he's doing all of this, now she gonna try. They gonna be together. They gonna be together because Miles don't want to let it go either. Jennifer, it's so good to see you, Miles. That's not going to happen, honey. What a roller coaster. Period. Karen is still being sarcastic. Still, how many times does Miles have to tell her he needs more affection, and she's saying, "I'm going to work on it." If she can't deal with him telling his feelings, that she can't handle raw. Right, see how she cried. Come on. Miles doesn't want to sit. And yes. My feed case a little slow about it. Yes. Wow. They've been married for 2 months. Amelia's on. Amelia and Bennett is meeting with the experts. A woman doesn't want to talk to a man they respect in the way Karen talks about. And most women, myself included, cannot love someone intimate, period. It said sack up Miles. Karen is wrong for leading Miles on and making him believe she's a period. She cried because period. I'm leaving this up because that's the truth. Amelia said they're enjoying each other's company. I love Amelia's haircut. Amelia's been volunteering at a homeless shelter. Bennett is really good at putting down what he's doing and asking her how her day has been and giving her attention. She's asking when did it turn from like to love, and she said it was while they were. Connie, they had to put something in here because I was about to explode if I saw one more thing, y'all. If I saw one more thing. Amelia is like, I want a baby this year, next year, and Bennett is like, maybe in 5 years. So they're disagreeing on when they want kids. She's moving to Richmond. She said they're not quite as in tune with that. She says she has to go because she's starting a job, but it's such a huge, it's so huge to ask him. She said maybe it'll be tricky finding a resolution. They're trying to find a resolution before it becomes a problem. Dr. Pepper says you're an agreeable person, but Bennett is not your boyfriend. That's your husband. You need to tell him what you want. And she needs to speak her mind about what's important to her. I'm trying to figure out how are they getting these multiple camera angles and production isn't there? Are they like filming on the laptop and then filming on the phone or something? Bennett's talking to Pastor Kyle. I love the way Bennett talks. He is so, he's just incredible with his vocabulary. It just makes me want to learn new words because Bennett is so good with his words. Bennett said children hasn't been an easy conversation because she definitely wants children. So the bridge is here, you guys. And she's going to Richmond. And Pascal wants to know, are you going? It's such an exceptional moment and a weird time. Is it yes or no? He said, I'm flying by the seat of my pants. That's hilarious. All right. Comments. It says, right, VP doll. GM said, yes, Yvette. Karen gonna get cast for a soap opera or some show in the future because she's a natural. And I don't mean her hair either. Yvette! Jennifer! Yes, VP doll 17. She's about to find out that a marriage isn't just about the woman. No, it's not. Let me tell you. It is not. There's so much compromising taking place. It's just so much, and I don't mean compromising things that are uncompromisable, but there's just so much give and take in a marriage. There's just so much. It is absolutely silly. It is silly for you to think that you're going to enter into a marriage hoping to be with someone till death do you part, and think that you are not going to have to compromise on some things. Just stay single. What you getting married for? Just stay single. Live your life. I don't know why people are so against being single. There is such beauty in being single. There is such awesomeness in being single. And if you are not willing to let go of those things that just really aren't foundational in order to, make a successful marriage, then stay single. Just stay single. Just stay single. I think she would try more if Mal showed he was truly willing to walk away. Right now, her ego is the only reason she's willing to work on it. I won't be surprised if she goes back to rejecting him. And see, that's unhealthy. That is unhealthy. And something like that, you need to see a counselor for. If rejection is a turn on to you, if rejection is attractive to you, then you need some healing in a real way. In a real way. Yes, Karen embarrassed because the real Mal's on the move. She did and said what she did to get that control back. Do the minimum. Period. Yes, Yvette, she would be perfect for the Young and the Restless. My grandmother loves the Young and the Restless. Right, Latasha? Hey, Terry Joe! It's so good to see you! Yes. Hello, good evening. We are watching Married at First Sight, season 11, and we are on episode 13. Have you ever seen the show? Yes, Dr. Pepper. She needs to talk to Bennett. I've been rooting for these two since day one. They cannot split up. But you know what? They're also and you know what? I think that they actually do have really serious conversations off camera. I just feel like they're not that they've had such serious conversations that they've agreed not to give too much to production. That's what I really think is going on with Bennett and Amelia. I feel like they've talked about a lot of stuff and they're kind of giving production what they want. But I think they've already talked about it. They've already talked about it. They've already had the conversations, but they're just giving production just enough so they can get that 50 grand a piece. They gonna move to Richmond with that 100 grand, and whether Bennett is ready or not, they gonna start expanding the family. As a former military wife, if you want your marriage to work, you have to be in the same state. Ooh, that's good. That's good. My husband was a military baby, and they did move a lot. Yes, it can be away all the time. Give up. Yes, period. That's why I really come on Airbnb as a couple. They don't share much about themselves. They're always coming in other people's. That's true. Yes, Bennett and Amelia seem to have I think they do. I know they've been faves, but to me, they are not really giving a 360 view of their. Of course not. Definitely not. Girl next door. I agree. I don't see. Yeah, yeah. They don't on purpose. It's intentional because their answers are so in sync. It's rehearsed. 2 months, you're not that in sync. I'm sorry. They're talking about children. Amelia says she's willing to wait until it feels good for the both of them. Amelia said, the sooner the better. Bennett doesn't want kids because there's more things he wants to do with his career that involves not having children. Bennett said, there's something I haven't told you. Bennett said he's going to split time between Virginia and New Orleans. Hold on, what you mean you go? Hold, hold up. What? 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 Yes, Latasha. Chop that hair off. She said she went for a walk, came home, and felt like cutting her hair. I was like, oh, wow. What? He's splitting the time. What that mean? See, let me tell you something. Look, 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 look. Splitting the time. That couldn't work in my marriage. I'm not splitting the time. You ain't split the time. That mean so what? That mean half a year he gonna be in Louisiana and half a year he gonna be in Virginia? Where? Where? How that work? Half a year? I guess some people do it. Half a year though. For 6 months, he has to make sure that the theater is right. Oh, Christina's talking to Dr. Pepper. Christina is like, Henry's always finding a way to leave. I know she ain't talking. Come on. Christina! Christina complaining that he goes to the grocery store twice a day and passes by flowers and don't get nothing for it. You didn't even do nothing for his birthday. His birthday. And you complaining about flowers? Obviously. What? 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 She said Henry needs to tell her what she needs to work on. Ma'am, are you kidding me? She said at times where she's felt vulnerable, he seems like he's cared. She says she's willing to get outside of her head and do things a little bit differently. You want to be, honey. Uh, Christina is over here, lying through the skin of her teeth. What? Did y'all literally? Sorry, I'm not trying to show y'all my girls. Did y'all literally hear Christina sit here and say, I wish Henry would tell me what I need to work on. Henry is always leaving the house. He goes to the store twice a day and passes by flowers. Ma'am, 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 can somebody help me out? Somebody help me out. It says, yeah, they've had the convo or an agreement and are smiling for the cameras now. They put me in mind of Bobby and Danielle. Who are Bobby and Danielle? Doesn't he own the theater? He has to make sure things are right. But 6 months? And maybe in a week or two, maybe a week or two in one place and the other weeks in the other. Hey, I guess they got the money to do it. Bobby and Danielle had the talk, were in agreement, and smiled for the cameras while the other two couples went through drama. Wait, what? How do you split a relationship? Look, I guess other married folk can do it. That ain't going on in my house. Like, what you mean? You ain't spending 6 months nowhere from me. I don't care if it's split up half a month here, half a month gone. Some people do that for work, but that wouldn't work for me. Christina, narcissist at its finest. Let's be real. We are almost in 2021 and ain't no theater here. There or anywhere. He might as well go to VA. You are making me laugh. Or anywhere. That is hilarious. You sound like a Dr. Seuss book. Henry and Christina are not a match. Henry will not speak. She needs to be more assertive. Woo! Goodness. Girl next door, hopefully he knows that now and has flown home to VA. Right. He's trying to get away from you, Christina. Read the book between the lines and all over the outside. Oh, he's told you to stop being mean. So the medication wasn't a factor in her attitude. Woo! Because they're on 10 weeks. They're on 10 weeks. We should see a change if that really was the issue. Bobby and Danielle was on the other season of MAFS. He did everything for her. Bobby and Danielle. What season number was that? What number season? Yes, Danielle ruled that relationship too. Are they on couples cam? Are they the couple that looks Italian? And they just had a baby? See, I haven't seen that one yet. That must be before season 8. Oh, no, not that one. They had a baby and are pregnant again. All right, Henry, talking to Pastor Cal. Woo! Henry said he's noticed a pattern of dishonesty. Woo! Henry is calling Christina Michael from season 10. So Christina is homeless. She went from CBD to Airbnb and now to Married at First Sight. Honey. Christina said she was going for a walk, dressed up, makeup on, Went to go help a friend rearrange some furniture and just didn't come home that night. He said he can't change the fact that he's not a good communicator. He just don't want to with Christina. Pastor Cal is telling Henry he need to confront her. Woo! Yeah, she should have been honest, GM. But I didn't know that about flight attendants. Henry's already checked out. Henry said, I don't know. Trying to pull a Karen. Wow. Wow. Let me tell you something. This is crazy. Christina and Henry are about to sit down and discuss their meetings with the experts. First of all, that's dangerous for her to be out hanging out with friends like that in the midst of a quarantine. And we know this was early quarantine. This isn't now. So she was totally being unsafe. Henry said, let the chips fall where they may. How do they have multiple camera angles? Now Karen's backpedaling. Ah! Henry said no, because I'm like honest. Christina's bringing out the tears. Latasha! Oh my goodness, thank you! Oh, thank you for the super chat. It's past your bedtime. I appreciate you, girl. What a way to leave by leaving a 20 spot in my hand. Thank you. I appreciate you. Oh, Christina got the crocodile tears. Oh, she coming out with the crocodile tears. Oh, she can't even keep the cry. She's like thinking about what to say and still trying to cry as well. Woo, she's a bad actress. Karen got her on that one. Karen is way better. Henry's over it. You hear me? Me too. And I have to get up at like 5 in the morning. Christina's getting up and walking away. Henry called her out. You hear that? You hear that? Thank you, Latasha. I appreciate you. Jennifer said he's waiting on decision day. Ooh, not Michael. He was pathological. Michael had issues. You hear me? And Mika was so mean about it too. Mika was like, I'm not here for it. To be fair, many flight attendants do not have a permanent home. However, she should have been honest. I didn't know that, GM. But yes, definitely, honesty is the best policy. Yes, GM, honesty is the best policy. Henry made some solid points. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Where is Peaceful Flow? I ain't seen Peaceful. She must be over there with Janice. Because, you know, Janice and I do it at the same time, too. Said trying to pull a Karen. Karen did better. Karen did way better. Here, where's Amani and Woody? Honey, they saving that for last, honey. Where she roll out that little suitcase because she leaving. Pastor Kyle said what we've been saying. Henry, you can talk. The question is, you can talk. The question is, do you want to talk to her? And the answer to that is no. Says making a quarantine baby. Who making a quarantine baby? Oh, Woody and Amani. I don't know. Let's see what they say about these DMs, honey. Next week should just focus on the other 3 couples, then the finale. Okay, okay. It said the dramatics. Oh. Ebony. Let's see. Oh, glad to have you, Latasha. Yes, we are glad to have her, Jennifer. She is putting on a show. Say, good night, good night. Say, yes, Latasha. Yes. Have a good night. Everybody saying good night to Latasha. Christina is fake crying. Do you hear me? Fake crying. Did they find Henry on MySpace? Jesus help me. Giovanni, I'm telling you, half of these, you know what? I'm lying. 3/4 of these couples should never have entered into holy matrimony. Latasha and a great day tomorrow. Yes, Yvette. Henry's world is too negative. He can't do this, can't commute well, can't communicate well, can't stare people in the face, on and on. The only positive thing he said is that he hates impatient people. Yeah, Henry is a lot. But then Christina trying to save face on public TV and like about it. Hey, Jasmine James. That cry, and then Henry trying not to laugh. I'm me. And then she was like, and I just don't. And then she was like trying to think, okay, so what should I say next? Oh, I'm supposed to be crying while I'm saying, no. Yes, Jasmine. Henry was like, whatever. And then when she stormed up and left, he acted like he wanted to giggle. Now, you know, he been calling and texting Christine, the best friend, every day since she left the apartment. Yes, Alyssa. They are dragging this show. Yes. I'm ready for decision day. Me too. Christina, Henry, Miles, Karen, Brett, and Olivia should not be on MAFS. Maybe Steve Wilkos, but not Miles. That's hilarious. They can fight about them DMs, then make a baby. It happens. Yeah, they are. That's true. All right, they're back on. They say he is more affectionate when she is vulnerable. Right. All right. Why they save them for last? He said it's been easier to get to know each other because their personalities don't clash. She says she's told him that she loves him and she's trying to figure out. Dr. Pepper said, "What phase are they in?" And said they're in the trying to stay in love phase. She wants to see his DMs. He didn't want to share, and she's questioning why. She said it went from her joking to an intense fight. Thank you, Mom. He wants kids right now. She wants to wait a little while and enjoy being married before they have kids. She says she doesn't want this to be a short experiment, but she wants this to continue forever. She said that they revisited the conversation and he understood where she was coming from. Okay, so the DMs wasn't nothing. But what I do hope is that Woody went back in and deleted all the foolishness. Delete all the foolishness, Woody. He was probably waiting till decision day to see. So he wouldn't lose his little black book. He's telling Pastor Cal that they've both said that they love each other, even though he was first, she came around. And Pastor Cal is wondering what was the change. Dome un beso. Give me a kiss. Dame. Isn't it Dame? Dame? Pastor Cal laughing when Woody said hoes. Oh, he's asking about unprotected intercourse. He lying. Woody is lying. He said they still practice safe sex. I don't believe that. Pastor Kyle said these good things that are happening, they can turn if you don't keep communicating. Honey. All right, guys. Thank you, Mom, for posting it. Remember, you guys, I have memberships that you can join, and they start as low as $5 a month. And in these memberships, you get exclusive content. You get exclusive posts from me. You get igniter sessions with me. And I also bring in leaders that in there who are crushing it in their specific industry. And I bring them in and interview them for those of you who are looking to do incredible purpose-filled things in your life. So consider getting a membership. It helps. It helps. Let's see, next season they need to do Inmates at First Sight. I would love to see Debo fall in love with. No! I'm not playing with you. I'm not playing with you. Yes, that would be great on Comedy Central. I probably wouldn't watch it, but that would be hilarious. Sunshine at the end of this long tunnel of episodes. This episode, Lord, I'm telling you, this episode didn't disappoint you guys. It did not disappoint. Says Woody got that. I know you're gonna leave me, but I refuse to let you go. If I have to beg and play, ain't too proud, beg. Please don't leave me. Come on. That man Woody has cussed in front of Pastor. Honey, they don't care. Let me tell you, Pastor Kyle is the most popping bottle pastor I've ever seen in my life. I ain't never seen a pastor pop more bottles of champagne than Pastor Kyle. And I mean, he is like, he ain't no novice, right? He is an expert. He is the most poppinest bottle. And Pastor Kyle, don't get it twisted, got a little thug passion too. The Ebony Goddess girl, I heard that. It's Besame. Besame. Is that for the kiss? Woody got them struggle braids, and Woody got that Marcus from Boomerang. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. His little black book. Yes. He said, told y'all he want a quarantine baby. See, he doing too much. Amani is set in her ways. What has she really compromised on? Dog, discipline, etc. She likes that's true. You know what? You're so right. I haven't seen her be like, you know what? Did she give in on the $1,000, the $500 to $1,000 a month on clothes? Did she give in to that? Woody, why? You can't talk to Pastor like that. Lord, Amani has a bit of Olivia vibe. I have final say. Yep, she does. You're right. Ha ha. They need to remember they're talking to a pastor. Well, guess what? And you know what? I ain't gonna say that. Never mind. I ain't gonna talk about Pastor Kyle tonight. Said I know, right? But Woody is playing it beautifully by giving her all this small stuff. When that man says no, she's gonna know he meant period. Period. Yes, 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 Yvette. All right, we're back on, and we're at Amani and Woody's apartment. Lord, how they gonna end it off now? When is she getting the suitcase to leave? Let me get deep into the couch. Woody and Amani are talking about their talks with the experts. Yes, Gia. Oh. She says she enjoys being married to him. So I'm confused. Did Amani get braids again? They should do that at least 90 days. Totally. Totally. Did he say he don't want a baby unless it's a Scorpio baby? She said we could do a Scorpio baby if we could get a Scorpio puppy. Oh, Besame. See, Gloria Estevan Besame. Mucho. All right, I'm going to look it up. I'm going to learn me some Spanish. They're gonna wait on both a baby and a puppy. Oh look, she said she gonna compromise. Look at that. And Karen are all controlling, but in different ways. Yes, I totally agree. VP doll, you don't think Christina is controlling? Amani said, "You are enough." We shall see. Day 76 of marriage. Oh my God. That's 2.5 months, right? Christine and Henry. Henry said Christina hasn't been at the house much. A quote unquote reliable source texted her and told her Christina accused Henry of being gay. Henry said he wanted to see the text. Christina never showed him the text. Wow. Christina is accusing, but she's the one. What? What? Shut up. Shut up. Christina is so. They do a couples retreat even during the pandemic? Honey, Christina is. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. You said no manipulative. Manipulative, in my view, manipulative manipulative is a type of control. Says Amani is smooth with it though. Woody gives in and doesn't even complain. Giovanni Diamond, that's where the experts fail the couples by not providing counseling session to prepare them for the period. No manipulative. Just because, hey Tracy, they don't show counseling doesn't mean they don't get it. This is true. But I even heard Dr. Pepper say, under other circumstances, I would have been able to meet with you at least 2 or 3 more times, which lets me know that they're not really giving them the counseling that they need. I wish they'd done that season 1. Poor Monet, she and Vaughn needed to talk to Pastor Cal. Christina ain't taking her meds. What craziness is this? She wants to make Henry look back. Exactly. Christina's just making things up now. Those ladies are controlling for sure. Yes. Sophia, she's pulling a Karen. Go on and don't tell anybody anything. Right. She's a snake. Woo! Christina is a psycho. That's the meds she's not taking. Woo! Monet, those looked so good together. Who looked good together? Oh, Monet was the character. Yes. All right, let me check this out. Marion to Millions is on, and I do not watch that show. They need to. The retreat will allow everyone to get together and talk. I bet we'll find out Karen sent Amani that text. Next week should be good, though. The retreats are always, yes, they are. That's so true. They could have worked out. Oh, Monet and Vaughn, you said? This, let me tell you, episode 13 did not disappoint. It did not disappoint. And I am super duper excited to do a recap on it because honey, it was too much. It was just too much. It was a lot. It was a lot, honey. My drama tank was full before we even hit. I think we were only at minute 24, and I was like, whoa, everybody that left, and everybody mad at each other. Says Vaughn was handsome, Monet was gorgeous, but it takes more than that to keep a marriage. What season was that, you guys? I'm glad they get their cabin this time. 4 couples left. Yep, 4 couples left. Way better than last week. Let me tell you, Jasmine. So last week I had to watch the show at least like 2 or 3 times to remember what happened. I was kind of like, oh my gosh. I was like, what? Y'all could have wrapped this. Y'all could have put that stuff in 2 other episodes. Oh, that was season 1. I haven't seen season 1. See, I'm working my way backwards. So I just finished season 8, and I think we are starting season 7. Because season 8 was with Luke and Kate, right? So now I'm going back 1. Yeah, I'm going back 1 now. It was that bad. I was like, I kept on forgetting when I did the recap. Like, that was the first time in a long time I had to actually take notes to remember what went on. I was like, I still don't remember what happened last week, other than it was their 1-month anniversary. Right? All right, guys. So I got to get up at 5 a.m. in the morning. My laptop is at 8%, and I got a good looking a warm pair of thighs waiting in the bed for me. And I'm finna go get next to them. You hear me? I appreciate so much you joining me for this live watch and reaction. You guys are the best. And I'm so grateful to have all of you a part of the Fruitful family. Please, I need you, if you haven't already, to hit that subscribe button. Turn on your notification bell. I also need for you to hit that like button that looks like a thumbs up. That helps your girl reach more people. Help your girl out. Shout out to Latasha again for sending me the super chat. I truly appreciate that. And yes, so make sure y'all come back tomorrow and listen to my recap because you know I'm going to talk about them. I'm going to talk about them. All right? I love it. I love it. You said thank you for doing your live. I had to find. I have been enjoying you so much. So glad to meet you, VP Doll, and all of you. This is awesome. Hey, Fruitful, you'll see Bobby and Danielle in season 7. Greco. I'm excited. My husband and I, Mike, my husband, really likes watching it with me. He gets annoyed when I do these, so he doesn't watch the episode with me. So I get to watch it a second time with just him and myself, and we'll, watch it together. But my husband likes it too, and we've been watching the episodes also. Now that the season is coming to a close, I need y'all to start giving me ideas on what shows I should review. Now, remember, I'm the marriage cheerleader, so I only review shows about marriage or engagements and stuff like that. I don't like to do a whole bunch of dating stuff because they be wilding out and I'm too sensitive. Yes, I will be here next week. And remember, I always go live on Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to read the comments that y'all put on the recap and the review. I go back and read those live, and we have a good time just discussing everything. And boy, will we have so much to discuss because I'm going to have to chew on this. I'm going to have to chew on it. I mean, it was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. Hold on. Oh, my headbuds are going on. All right, guys, I'm getting off. Good night to you guys. Good night. And for those of you who always join me in the mornings, I'll see y'all at 7 a.m. tomorrow, Eastern Standard Time. Y'all know we have a good time in the morning. We have a good time in the morning. I cried like a newborn baby this morning. Ooh, did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? Ooh, God is good. All right, guys. Y'all have a good night. Y'all be safe out here. When you do your overviews, discuss what you think about the old couples. Oh, you know what? I didn't think about that, VP Doll. Do you think people would still watch that? You step on my toes. Yeah, I be stepping on my own toes, VP. My own toes be hurting. I be like, ooh, ooh, ooh. But I'm so glad to be connected with you. All of you guys are a blessing. All right, y'all logging off. I see y'all getting off. All right, bye. Oh, I like that. I like that. Thank you. Thank you, VP. I think I'm going to do that. Yes, it was, Yvette. Is Janice still on? I might go over there to Janice's. You know, I like to hear Janice talk junk because you know she be over there talking junk. All right, bye, y'all. I only got 5% left on my laptop. Bye. Until next time, be fruitful and multiply.